You won't go wrong with this if you can remember the golden rule. The golden rule is that you must always serve your clients. That's why we want to get really clear about who your clients, who your customers are. Who are you serving? Who is this all for? You want to serve your clients and create a result for them. That's who it's all for. This isn't for you. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about them. How can you create a result for them? We're going to run through some of the ways that you can do this, and this will inform your brainstorming for the different types of products that you can make. This video is really important, and I recommend that you make some notes as we go along. Stop it, start it. It's quite a long video. Get your pen and paper out, get comfy in your chair. Let's think about it. And I recommend watching this video more than once. There's lots to dig into. You should also ideally have a copy of the product format guidebook along with this as well. That will really help you and give you more detail about these different types of products that I'm going to talk about. With our clients in mind, one way of thinking about your products is that your products are there to let people do something for themselves. When you have a service-based business, you're doing it for them. So you need to make a product that lets them do at least part of this for themselves. So your products might be tools, they might be part of your raw materials that you use when you're actually doing this for clients. So you might have an image library or a set of templates or a pattern that you use. You might have a swipe file, or you might want to make a swipe file that you can give to people. One of the products on my list for ages was a swipe file of great subject lines for emails, because I teach people about email marketing a lot. So that would make a great product. I've never got around to doing it, but it's on the list. You might have an explainer video that has enough in it that people can go and do something for themselves. Or you might do a combination of all of those and bundle them up together. Higher perceived value, charge more money, nice. Or your products might take your clients on a journey. With a service-based business, you've been alongside them, sitting with them over Zoom while they go on that journey, a transformation journey and coaching, helping them with their fitness, helping them get ready for pregnancy, whatever it is. Now you're going to put all of that into a product that helps them to do whatever it is, but you're taking them on that journey, you're going with them, but you're not there. And that allows you to go on that journey with hundreds of people. The kind of products that I'm thinking about here might be slightly productized service-y type things like Mastermind, so you do have to show up with them, but they're doing most of the work themselves. Or a group program works in a similar way. You still need to involve yourself in it, but they're off doing the work in between times. You're not doing it for them. It moves you away from that consultant role if that's what you've historically done. You might give them a specific guide to that transformation, taking them through those steps, or you might get them to be active themselves within it because you provided a workbook. Lots and lots that you can do to make a product that will take somebody on a journey. Let your mind go riotous with this one. When we're thinking about productized service, that might be where you do something for somebody, but you can do it in a much more efficient way because you're not doing all the bits and pieces around this. You're doing one thing, you've productized it, and it's one size fits all. Everybody goes through the same process, just the same as the cereal packet in the supermarket looks the same for everybody and tastes the same for everybody. Products that are like this could be audits, where you look at something and you give them feedback and suggestions on something. I've seen this done with website audits and giving people feedback on websites. They've put something together, you're using your expertise to tell them some tweaks and recommending what they can do to make it better. You might pick the software with a service option, not software as a service, but software with a service. So you pick some software that you know how to use, that you use regularly, and you put a service alongside that, and your customer base is the people who use that software. You're giving them added value on top of the software. This can be brilliant, and I don't understand why accountants don't do this more. You've got lots and lots of people who are using Xero accounting, for example. Why aren't accountants offering an upsell to that, where they give them the information out of Xero accounts, which customers can't usually understand, put it in a nice graph and a report, and give them feedback and recommendations for action? People would pay good money for that. You can automate all the reports. It's far more useful for your clients and much more interesting for you than doing some compliance-based tax return. Think about a software that lots of people use. That's your market. Get to know that market. Work out what you can provide as a productized service on top of it. This one can work really, really well. Other productized services where you do something for the client might include assessments, a very specific service that you're doing, troubleshooting, decision sessions, helping people. The trick here is to narrow it and set very clear boundaries so your client understands exactly what your product is, how they're going to use it, and understands how it all works. Ideally, especially for something which is less than £1,000, you want them to buy and sign up to that online, and you've just got a bunch of customers coming in. This option also allows you over time, if you want to be able to give at least part of that work to somebody else. And then that frees you up and you can get on with making other products that are more standalone. So you start to mix it all up there in your product ecosystem. Very nice. One of the elements of your magic might be information. You've got tons of information. You understand how to take data, information coming in, and to make sense of it. That's part of being an expert in your field. You also might have access to sources of information that your clients might not have. You can package up that information, put it together in a format that your audience can understand and access, and sell it to them. Brilliant. Big companies do this all the time with reports, market information, real-time information. You can do this on a much smaller scale for your group of clients. You might have updates that you deliver as a paid newsletter or as part of a membership. Somebody can log in and find the latest information. Dashboards for their own data, marketing information. How are their Facebook ads doing? How is their business doing? What's happening with their sales this week? Creating that for them, you can charge very nice money for it. You could give them information again from their own data by giving data-driven reports, or you can take external data, put it all together and package it up for people. Top tip with this: if you can have one very clear customer avatar, or allow people to diagnose themselves into one of half a dozen avatars, you can then do versions of this and curate which version you give to particular groups. We will all pay more for information which is specific to us. And you can charge a premium for real-time, very quick information that gets out before it gets into the papers, all of those sorts of updates. Definitely a source of good money here. And again, you can let your imagination go with this. I'm going to encourage you to brainstorm, think it through. What can you do with this? Your product might be to help somebody to do something. Previously, you've been alongside them, helping them. Now you're putting all of that into your product. This might be for a fitness regime, some kind of self-development, ties in with taking people on a journey, some sort of transformation. You might be helping people with some sort of embodiment technique. You know lots and lots about breath work or Alexander technique. What can you provide as a product that helps your client to do that well, and in some ways is a prompt to do it at all? Can you get a group of people to do that together? Then you start getting into communities, but you're certainly getting into client stacking. Every 10 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, we all get together for some Alexander technique. That would probably make me more likely to do Alexander technique. But we don't do it at the church hall. We do it all together in our separate houses and offices. One really simple way to get going with this is a power hour, where you are helping somebody to do something, maybe to troubleshoot a technical thing, or to move forward with something, or to learn a particular technique. And you do a one-to-one session. You don't have to call it a power hour. That might not fit with your brand, and frankly I find it a little bit naff, but up to you. But you're offering an hour of your time as a productized service to help people with a knotty problem that they need to solve or to do something. This doesn't allow you to stack in the same way, but it's something that you could set up, well, today. Yeah. So it's a great way to get going, and then you can build on that, build other products in your ecosystem, and if you want to, you can retire it, no problem. You can keep those products fluid and bring them in, bring them out as you want to. Sometimes these power hours can be decision sessions, so you get somebody who has got a decision that they need to take, you've got some expertise within that, you get them together for an hour, and you help them work through that decision, and then you give them either your best recommendation or you've helped them and coached them to make their decision themselves. Something within your area where you can offer that service. Again, a very easy one to get going with, but you can also charge decent money for it. Those sorts of products are also great introductory products, where you can sell your other products or sell more of your services based business. But they're ways of bringing people to you for a more expensive consultation or consultancy or whatever it is that you traditionally offer afterwards. So as a product that becomes a marketing technique. Again, a great starter. And for some people, that's all that they need. Want to learn more about the art of productizing your expertise? There are new videos here every week. Here are a couple of good ones to get you going.